Hello and welcome to episode 128 of the Sock Bunny Knit and Fit video podcast. My name is Kimberly, also known as Sock Bunny, and I am recording in sunny Florida where it is about to storm. And today is Sunday, June 15th, 2014. I am Sock Bunny pretty much everywhere on the internet, such as Ravelry, Plurk, Instagram, Google+, Twitter, and YouTube. And the blog is at sockbunnyknitandfit.blogspot.com. What are we going to talk about today? We are going to talk about finished objects, works in progress, Tour de France / Tour de Fleece, fitness, tips and tricks, and favorite things. And I got a new haircut. This side's sort of acting weird in the back, but it's sort of sticking out a little bit. I think I have like a cowlick or something back here, but this side looks good. It's a lot shorter in the back than the front, and also I can sort of, I can wear it behind my ears like that, or all different kinds of things. So I really like it. I went into the hairdresser on Saturday, and I said I want to do something different, and she recommended this, so I like it. Um, so you get the new haircut, very little makeup version of me today. And I'm wearing my favorite Coke shirt. So it's a good day. Okay, so let's talk about knitting. Finished objects? I have none. And the birds are awake. Works in progress. Let's see. Let me scroll down here. I did cover them, but obviously they could still hear me talking, so they're talking back. Works in progress. I did get a little bit of knitting done this week. I worked a little bit on my May Personal Sock Club socks. Yes, it's June, and actually it's halfway through June, and they're not done, but that's okay. It's my Personal Mystery Sock Club, and these are my June socks. The last time I showed these socks last week, I had just started the heel flap of the second sock. I just finished the gusset decreases of the second sock, so it should go really quickly now. And here's the first sock. This is Post Yarns in the Ambitions colorway, which is a Harry Potter colorway. And I just did my vanilla sock pattern, which if I'm doing a vanilla sock, I always pretty much do them the same way. It's 10 rows of knit 2, purl 2. I cast on 64. I do 10 rows of knit 2, purl 2, 50 rows of plain stockinette for a total of 60 rows for the cuff. I do a traditional heel flap, and then I do 80 rows from the tip of the heel to where I start the toe, and then I do the toe decreases. So I have the same recipe, so I don't have to write anything down or look anything up. I can just do it without thinking. So those are my May socks, and my June socks. Yes, I did cast them on, and they are fabulous. The June socks for my Mystery Sock Club it's yarn from Vibrant Dye Works, and yes, it's really, really bright, which I love. Shh. And I cast them on. I decided to use my square double pointed needles from Collage. Let's see if I can show them off. They're square, which makes them supposedly more ergonomically correct. I do find them very comfortable to knit with. I really like knitting with them. I always go up a needle size though. So for example, I normally knit socks on size 1, so I got size 2s because my gauge does change with the square needle. So I guess you probably want to see the sock, right? Ooh. What I decided to do is I'm doing just a variation on my vanilla pattern. I did the 10 rows of knit 2, purl 2, and then I am doing 4 rows of stockinette, 4 rows of knit, 1 row of purl, 4 rows of knit, 1 row of purl. And I will do that so that I have a total of 60 again. And I'll do the traditional heel flap and foot and all that kind of stuff. But I just thought I would do different. These sort of remind me of McDonald's. In fact, I might call these my McDonald's socks because they remind me of the restaurant McDonald's, their colors. And speaking of McDonald's, this morning after church, I drove through McDonald's to get breakfast, and Ronald McDonald was there. I could see him through the drive-in window. I screamed and hollered, but he didn't turn. I'm just kidding. Ah, that's funny. I've never actually seen Ronald McDonald in a restaurant before, so I thought that was pretty cool. I'm assuming he was there because today is Father's Day. So if you're a dad and you're watching, happy Father's Day. All right, so those are my June personal mystery sock club socks. And for July, I'm probably going to skip this because of Tour de Fleece / Tour de France. And also, I am behind, so I might just have July as a catch up month. So I probably won't open another little baggie in July, just a heads up. Next, I started a Kindle cover. I have the generic Kindle, the basic one that's only $69 and it has advertising on it. The advertising is not on the book when you're reading it, like when you turn the book on. There's no advertising there, but it's just on the screensaver page. There's advertising, so it's $69 from Amazon. Also, if you have Amazon Prime, you can borrow for free one book a month from the Kindle Lending Library, and they have thousands of books on there, so that's good. So I decided, well, Rachel permanently borrowed, in other words, stole the Kindle cover that I had made out of my hand spun. So, because at first she kept telling me how ugly it was, but now she won't give it back to me. Mm-hmm. So I tell you, that girl is not knit worthy. She is really not. Anyway, so I last night spent like 2 hours experimenting. I knew I wanted to use dishcloth yarn. I wanted it to be thicker yarn, and I like this color. I tried all different cast-ons. I was striping it with a different color and all different kinds of things. I did a lace pattern, and I'm like, oh, that doesn't make sense to have a lace pattern because there's going to be holes, and it's supposed to be protecting this. So I ended up just ripping everything else out, and 2 hours I spent on this, and then I just did garter stitch. So basically what it's going to be is, well, it's going to be a pouch like this, and then it's going to fold over, and I'll probably do some like a large button. I'll seam up the edges. I might use a contrasting color to seam up the edges just to make it different. We'll see. Anyway, very simple and plain. I probably might put a handle on it. My first one that I made had a handle on it, and it just makes it handy if you want to carry it somewhere or hang it. Like normally what I do is I hang my Kindle on my knitting chair. So that's probably what I will do. Anyway, so I cast on 21 if you're curious. Size 7 needles, I cast on 21, and I'm just going to knit until it is enough to have a flap that goes over. And then, like I said, I'll do like a large button. I might crochet a flower to go on there or something like that. So we'll see. But I just started that last night. So that's the Kindle cover. And last but not least, I did work a little bit on Sarah's infinity scarf from her sweater leftovers. The last time I showed it to you last week, I think I had just started the light gray area. So I finished the gray and I did cast on the black. And just a reminder, I cast on 200 stitches. I'm knitting in the round. I'm doing one row of knit, one row of purl, and I'm using leftover Knit Picks Wool of the Andes, and these are size 7s. There you go. Okay, so that is all the knitting. Let's talk about Tour de France / Tour de Fleece. The last 2 years, I've done daily episodes, but that was when I was working from home and only working part-time. This year, I'm working full-time, away from home. I don't think I'm going to be able to do daily episodes. So, I am not going to officially participate in Tour de Fleece. If you don't know what Tour de Fleece is, if maybe you're a new knitter, or if you've just never heard of it, Tour de Fleece runs along with the Tour de France in France, of course. And Tour de France this year starts July 5th, and I think it runs through like the 27th or something like that. So it starts on a Saturday, and it runs for about 3 weeks. And it's a bicycle race. And so while they're spinning their wheels, we spinners spin our wheels. Of course, you could do wheel spinning or drop spindling or any kind of spinning you want to do. And it's a huge event on Ravelry. If you want to know more about the Tour de Fleece, really just go to Ravelry and look around. They have pages where you can post, like Ravelry has pages where you can win prizes every day and all kinds of stuff. A lot of podcasters have groups where they're doing contests. A lot of different Ravelry groups are doing their own thing. So if you want to participate in it, there's plenty of opportunity out there. I just won't be able to this year. I do plan on spinning. I haven't spun since last Tour de Fleece. That's just crazy. I need to get back into the spinning. And when we were at Rhinebeck in the fall, my friend Michelle had purchased some fiber she wanted me to spin, and I haven't even touched it. So I'm probably going to start spinning that during Tour de Fleece and just do what I can do. So I'll still do my weekly things. Now, I don't have cable TV. I do have internet, but I chose not to get cable TV because I don't really watch TV. The only bad times, there's only 2 times a year. They agree with me. That's really bad. The bad things are Tour de Fleece, I won't have TV. Tour de France, I won't have TV for that. And Doctor Who. Those are the only 2 things I really, really care about. NBC evidently has a thing where for I think $30 you can stream the daily things from Tour de France. So I'm going to look into that, and that's probably what I'll do because I mean that's about the same amount that I would pay for a month of cable. So um, so that's what I'll be doing. I'll be watching it on the computer, but I will be watching and I will be spinning along, and I'm really excited about it. I really do like the Tour de France. It's if you've never watched it before, you should give it a shot. I didn't know much about it 4 years ago. I think this will be wait, yeah, this will be the 4th year that I've watched it. And I didn't know really anything about it. I thought it was an individual sport, but it's actually a team sport, and there's a lot of strategy to it, and there's a lot of history to it. So I highly recommend that you check out Tour de France if you haven't done that before, and or Tour de Fleece. Okay, let's talk about fitness. We have a fitness along in the Sock Bunny group. If you work out at least 30 consecutive minutes, or if you wear a pedometer and you get at least 10,000 steps in a day, you can record your fitness in the Sock Bunny group. Just go find the thread. All the rules are there. And at the beginning of July, I'll draw a June winner, and they will get to choose up to a $10 giftable Ravelry pattern. So yay! I am a total slacker and I don't post my fitness. I really need to start doing that. Okay, I did join a gym this week, and I will start working out there tomorrow. It's a gym that's really close to my office. It's like not even 5 minutes away from my office, so that's a good thing. The bad thing is they don't have spin bikes. And so I actually have been debating for a couple of months if I wanted to actually join, but I figure it's June and it's really hot outside. I mean, even if I go for a walk, like yesterday I went for a walk at like 8 o'clock in the morning and I was sweating like ridiculous. So with it being so hot, and also in the summer the weather is unpredictable and you don't know if it's going to rain in the morning or afternoon or whatever, so I figured I'll go ahead and join the gym, and I'm going to try out working out before and after work and see how things go with that and see which one I like better. So the only bad thing, no spin bikes, but everything else is good. They have a really big pool, they have a lot of fitness equipment. I think they have classes too, but I haven't looked into that yet, so I will keep you guys posted how that's going. And tips and tricks. Now, obviously, I am not a makeup artist. I am not one of those girls on YouTube who does these fantastic makeup videos. I actually like watching the makeup videos. I don't wear a lot of makeup, but I like watching them. To me, it's an art form, just like painting or knitting. It's just, this is your canvas, and, so I actually do find them very interesting. Now, that being said, I do wear makeup to work to protect the innocent. And I hate putting on foundation. I hate the way it feels. I hate even the powder foundations. A lot of times I don't like the way they feel. I don't like putting stuff on my hands and rubbing it all over my face. I've never liked that. So a few months ago, I think it was actually it was back in February, I went to Ulta, which is a big makeup store that they have in a lot of like strip malls here in the United States. It's just a big makeup store. So I went to Ulta and I wanted them to match a foundation for me. So they did that. And I had this really nice foundation, which got lost somehow when I went to Rhode Island a couple of weeks ago. So I had to buy a new foundation. So that's not the tip. I'm getting to the tip. I'm just leading up to it. So the foundation I bought was CoverGirl, the whitest one they have. Pretty much when I buy makeup, I just look at them. Oh, what's the whitest one they have? That's it. Okay. But I did tell her that I really don't like putting on foundation. And yes, I know they have like those mineral foundations, whatever. That's fine. So the lady that was putting the foundation on me was actually using a makeup brush. And I have seen on the makeup videos on YouTube where they use a makeup brush to put the foundation on. And my younger daughter Rachel does that also, but I was like, whatever, I don't, and I find using the little sponges to be wasteful, so I don't use those. So anyway, she uh, was using a brush, and so I ended up buying a brush. Now, this brush was $25, which I think is pretty expensive, but she said it should last forever, practically. So I bought a brush and I lost the cap to it, but here's the container it came in and the brush. So it's an Urban Decay brush, Good Karma optical blending brush, and it's a very nice thing. Now, so that's not even my tip either. But I wasn't even sure like how to use this or whatever. So I'm going to share it with you. I know a lot of you probably know how to wear makeup and all that kind of stuff, but I'm going to share this with you because if you're like me and you don't know that much about makeup, this might help you. So what she did, it was a very similar container of makeup that I was using. I think it was Philosophy. Um, so it's got like this little pump on it. And actually she put two or three little pumps on the back of her hand that were like about smaller than a pea. And so she said that most women actually wear too much foundation. And then she just took the brush and took the makeup off of her hand and then started swirling it onto the face. So that's what I've been doing to wear my makeup during the day, and I really like it. I don't dread putting my foundation on. It goes on very evenly. I don't feel like I'm wearing too much or too little, and so again, it's Urban Decay. It's called a Good Karma optical blurring brush, and like I said, it was about $25, but to me it's worth it because I actually don't mind putting my foundation on and I feel like I'm doing it right. Again, not a makeup expert, obviously. But that's my tip or trick for the week. Next, favorite things. This will be really quick. My favorite thing this week, I got another betta fish. I've had several betta fish over the years. And my last betta fish died probably, I guess it's been about, I don't know, maybe about a year ago that he passed away. His name was Fish Face. Really original. So I yesterday went and got another betta fish, and his name, well, let me tell you first, he's red. Actually, he's almost this color red, maybe a little bit orangey red, but he's like very much this red. Oh, I should have named him Coca-Cola. What is wrong with me? But anyway, what I actually named him is Scotty from Star Trek because he's the head of all the guys in the red shirts. So my new betta fish, his name is Scotty, and he's very pretty. All right, so that is it. Wow, this is a short one again, but I'm happy to be back regularly podcasting, and I'm still behind on all my Ravelry messaging. It'll take me a while to get caught up on that, but I'm very happy. I did have some problems this week, just so you know. I had some problems this week uploading to iTunes. The site that I use is called Podcast Garden. It took me from Sunday through Saturday, actually. I think just yesterday I finally got it uploaded Friday or Saturday, but I think it was Saturday, to get it uploaded. I have messaged them twice. I've messaged them on Facebook, and I've never heard back from them about the problems that I've been having uploading. So I'm not very happy with them. I'm not going to change right now. But if for some reason you stop seeing me through iTunes or any of the podcatchers out there, go to my Ravelry group and see, or check out the blog and see where I might have gone. I might, if this problem could persist, I'm going to have to find a different host. And I don't want to do that. It's work, and this is supposed to be fun. So if for some reason you don't see a podcast for a while, go to the Ravelry group and check and see if my podcast feed has changed. If I continue to have problems, I'm going to have to find a different host. I'm very unhappy with the support, and evidently other people are having a lot of problems with them too, which really makes me sad because it's a very inexpensive option, but I guess you get what you pay for. So that being said, let's end this by saying, don't forget that we do have a prayer request thread in the Sock Bunny group, and you can even put unspoken prayer requests in there, and I am praying for you. And even if you don't post in there, I do pray for all the podcast viewers. And you can, don't forget to enter the fitness threads. And I do have, which I need to get back to, I do have a Ask Sock Bunny or Ask John John thread. So feel free to post a question for me or my stuffed bunny John John in there. And before I go, I know this is weird, but I'm going to give you a tour of my couch because I'm podcasting on my couch. This couch is awesome. I got it at Rooms to Go Outlet actually. And I have to show you one of the best features of this couch. Are you ready? Okay. This couch has cup holders. Yes! And they are perfect for holding the remote. Oh, and there's my knitting. And oh, there's a pillow from IKEA that Rachel got me for Mother's Day. So yes, I have I have cup holders in my couch. I know, I'm crazy. All right, I hope you have a great week. Keep on crafting. Bye.